Okay, well, now that we've had John Travolta, let's talk about the power of prayer, shall we? I've shared with you the very first thing that I do every single morning is talk to God in prayer. But when all seems hopeless, do you pray for the impossible? Licensed professional counselor, reality TV star, mom, and author Julia Jeffress Sadler says yes in her new book, Pray Big Things. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having
Along with
me.
John Travolta, we've just got a studio full of stars
Yes.
this morning. Okay, first let's tell people what you prayed about that you got.
Yes, so my husband and I, just after one of the most challenging seasons of our lives, we lost 3 babies in a year. And after that, we just decided we were not going to be embarrassed to ask God for anything. And so we prayed boldly and persistently for 3 children, for multiples, and for God to do more than anything we can imagine. And he blessed us with our miracle triplets.
Okay, maybe you're a better person than I am because I haven't gotten blessed with everything I've asked for, darn it. But seriously, my big question is this. I might ask for something specific,
Right.
but then I always follow it with, but you know best, so whatever you think is best for my life and my path.
Right, yes, and I think that there's a balance there, because what I found talking to most people just in ministry and through therapy is that we know that we're supposed to pray, but a lot of times it really isn't more than praying before a meal or thank you for this day. And the Bible is very clear. You have not because you ask not. And of course more goes into it than that, but the Bible's clear. There is a connection between asking and receiving. And so this book, Pray Big Things, talks about why don't we ask God for everything we want? Are we embarrassed of asking?
No harm in asking.
Yeah.
So your dad, Dr. Robert Jeffress, is senior pastor at First Baptist in Dallas. You grew up in the church, but you say you didn't always believe in prayer. I get that. I can identify that.
Yes. Well, I think I always believed in it. I just thought it was kind of boring. So people seem to like that the best about this book. It's just a lot of us do know, well, we're supposed to do that, but it's not super exciting necessarily. And so maybe just because of platitudes, or it's something that's just a habit. And so Pray Big Things excites readers for praying and asking God for what they want, but honestly looking at what do we do when God says no, or when we're disappointed, or when there's loss.
So you married your junior high sweetheart,
Yes.
Ryan.
Yes.
So take us back to the night that your journey of praying big things began.
Right. So Ryan and I, we accepted Christ at a young age. We'd followed God for a long time. But we just, it was a night, it was New Year's Eve, and we just were both talking, and we were like, we want more. We want more out of our lives. We want more out of our relationship with God. And so we just felt like the Holy Spirit began whispering, what if? What if these verses in Scripture really are for you? They're not just for, thousands of years ago. What if God really wants to do these things in our lives? And so we sat down together. We didn't tell anybody. It was just us, and we made a list of 20 things that we were going to pray until they happened, or until God specifically said no.
And you suffered 3 miscarriages in 1 year. What went through your mind when you found out that you were pregnant, finally with triplets? I mean, did you go, way to go? Or,
Yes.
I mean,
So the
seriously,
initial,
what?
yes. So the initial reaction, Ryan and I, it was like we'd won a gold medal. We're like, I knew it, and we're giving high fives. And then immediately, I was just had tons of anxiety because we had lost so many before. I think we're going to talk about this, but it ends up being a crisis pregnancy.
Right. And we'll talk about that for a minute.
So, it seemed like, one for the home team, like this is a great story. And then at 22 weeks, I go into labor, and the doctor comes in, the neonatologist, and says, hey, like they're going to be born with brain bleeds, blind, or not at all. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I felt God say no, and that wasn't going to happen. But as someone who has grown up in the church and been a Christian for a long time, it was interesting, and actually it was a time where the rubber had to meet the road. What do I really believe about God? What do I really believe? Do I really believe He's for me, even if I don't understand, even if I end up disappointed? And so it was a very special time, but I was on hospital bed rest for 49 days, just staring out a window, begging God to protect
Well, fortunately,
us.
things did turn out well. And as a matter of fact, the triplets are already reality TV stars. You guys were on TLC's Rattled.
Yes.
How are they? How are the
They're-
babies?
yeah,
Since we talked to
so-
John Travolta about his kids, how are your kids?
Right. They are awesome. They were 2 pounds and 3 pounds and 3 pounds. And so 63 days of watching them fight for their lives and people praying for them, that they are healthy. They stay up all night talking, and we have their cribs 1, 2, 3, and they will talk to each other in their little language. And it's all true about them developing their own language. And they haven't ganged up on us yet, but I feel like that
just wait.
It could happen.
Just
yeah,
wait.
we're going to pray big things so that doesn't happen.
Right. Thank you very much for being with us
Yes.
today. Pray Big Things arrives in bookstores September 3rd. It's available for pre-order on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Julia's website, juliajsadler.com.